Hey everybody, this is Sonia with Melanin Goddess Life. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another celebrity astrological reading. Yes, we are here again with another celebrity reading, and we are going to be doing a special reading. This is a reading that I believe was made out of divine intervention and divine timing. So it's going to be a pretty special reading to me, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. Now, today's reading is going to be, of course, on a person that is in the entertainment industry. This young lady has definitely been in entertainment for a while. She's done a lot of radio, I believe. I think she's done radio. She's definitely done the celebrity entertainment hosting circuit, and she was part of a co-hosting duo that hosted a very iconic show that a lot of people have made part of their lives over the years. This person is none other than Rocsi Diaz. Okay, so Rocsi Diaz, again, has been in the entertainment industry for a very, very long time. And that iconic show that I was referring to is 106 in Park. So I think she was the second set of hosts. She hosted it, I think, with Terrence J. And she was the second co-host duo that hosted 106 in Park. And we know that it's a very iconic music show in Black entertainment and pop culture. So I've also think she's done some hosting on the red carpet, and I think she's done segments with Entertainment Tonight, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really sure. You know, I don't like to do a lot of research on my celebrity readings because I like my readings to be authentic and genuine. So I just go on what I know for myself. Now, one of the things that I don't know about her is anything to do with her personal life. Now, I will say this. I know that she dated, I believe, Eddie Murphy at a time. Not really sure when that romance started. Not really sure when it ended. Hell, I don't even know if it has ended. But I do believe that that was someone that she dated some years back. Other than that, I don't know anything about her personal life, other than the astrology that I have looked up for her that is coming for her. And she's going to be pleasantly surprised with what I come up with in this reading with regards to her love life. So without further ado, we're going to get started on the reading, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So Rocsi Diaz was born November 17th, 1981. I don't have a birth time, so you know when I don't have a birth time, I use the placeholder of 12 noon. So the rising sign is about 50-50 as far as being correct. However, her placements are going to be correct, and that's what we're going to be outlining. This is going to make her a Scorpio Sun, Leo Moon, which speaks to her being in the entertainment industry, and an Aquarius Rising, okay? She's 40 years old. And of course, that again, that Leo Moon speaks to her being in the entertainment industry, because as we know, Leo is the sign of the entertainer. She's also a Scorpio Sun, which really, for me, explains a lot of how she moves. Scorpios have this innate talent of being in the public or being out in the public, but you still really never know what is going on below the surface. So for me personally, I feel like she's been able to move in the entertainment industry, an industry that is all about being in your business, but has strategically made it whereas we don't know a lot about her on the personal side. And that speaks to her Scorpio Sun. She has a way of possibly having a conversation with someone, and you may walk away from the conversation thinking that you know so much about her and y'all shared so much. But when you really reflect on the conversation, you did all the talking and all the sharing, and she just listened. So you never really get what's going on deep down inside unless she allows you in. Okay, so this is a person that's really, really hard to read. This is a person that's really, really hard to get close to unless they want you to. And you never really know everything about a Scorpio. That's just the way it is. However, these people are some of the most devoted people that you can have as friends and family. Scorpio is actually one of my favorite signs. I love that energy about them. I love everything about them. Yeah, how she moves strategically definitely speaks to her Scorpio sun. Now, again, she's 40 years old. So I did my relationship calculations. This is the formula that I use to come up with the age in which someone will be entering into relationship energy, or their love life will be activated in some way. Now, it's based on 4 scenarios. I've done Roxi's calculations, so I do have the age in which I feel like there should be some type of shift, movement, or transition with regards to her love life, just depending on where she is in her love life at this time. One of the first scenarios could be if this is Rocsi is totally single, not seeing anyone, not romantically attached. This would be the age in which someone could potentially come into her life for a long-term serious relationship. Scenario number 2 would be if Rocsi is in a relationship and it's a healthy relationship, it's in a good space. This would be the time that she may want to put permanence on the relationship, and that could look like maybe moving in together, getting engaged, or getting married, or deciding to date exclusively and monogamously. Third scenario would be if she's in a relationship and the relationship is not going well and there's some challenges there. This could be the time in which she experiences a breakup in that relationship. Or the fourth scenario, which I always say the fourth scenario could also play out in conjunction with the first 3. Actually, they all could play out in 1 year. But the fourth scenario is this will be the time that Rocsi starts to take relationships seriously. She starts to figure out what she wants in a relationship, what she wants in a mate, and working on herself and how she shows up as in a relationship. The age in which I came up with that I feel like there should be some transition, change, or movement in her love life is actually the age of 41. So what this will look like is her next birthday in November 2022 until her birthday November 2023, there could be some type of significant movement with regards to her love life. Okay. Now, at the end of the day, I always say we have free will over everything. If at that time she decides that, she's not in the energy or she's not ready to make any decisions with regards to her love life, she will have the same supportive energy again at 44. But let's see what happens as she approaches that next birthday at the end of the year. And let's see what the year of 2023 will bring her with regards to her love life. Okay. Woo. So I can't wait. Hopefully she gives me an update on that. Okay, so next thing we're going to talk about is the theme of her year. Now, we're going to take 2022. So this would be from her last birthday, November 2021, till November 2022. The theme of her year is finding her joy, because her energy is going to be around 5th house matters. And some of the things that we experience with regards to the 5th house in astrology is, number 1, finding our joy. Number 2, this is the house that governs children. This is also the house that governs pregnancy. This is the space that governs our creativity, our creative projects. And also, this is the house that governs dating and our love life. And it's more like casual dating. So some of the things that she may be experiencing or will experience, but prior to her next birthday, is definitely an increased activity around her dating life. So this could bring dating opportunities into her life. This would be, if she's dating someone, bringing the romance back to the relationship or having that romantic feel. Now, what I would suggest to her is, she may be this type of Scorpio that she only does one-on-one relationships at a time or dating at a time. I would tell her, don't put all your eggs in one basket. This is the energy of casual dating. This is the energy of getting to know people. So I would tell her to date multiple people to figure out what she wants. Because when we get to that next birthday and we get into that love activation age, that's when she should start kind of like vetting and eliminating and deciding who she's going to focus her attention on. But right now, this is all about casual dating and getting to know people. Now, This is also the space of children and pregnancy. Now, I don't really know whether she has children or not. Again, like I said, I don't do any research. But if she did have children, hypothetically, this would be energy around more time spent with your children, the relationship with your children changing in some way. Maybe your children are experiencing some type of monumental changes in their life, or they're hitting some milestones in their life. Now, if she does not have children, this would definitely look like possibly her starting to think about becoming a mother. Maybe she's done this thing where she's put her career first, which is not a far stretch from the way I'm looking at how her chart is set up. Maybe she's put her career as her baby, as her top priority. And maybe she's gotten to the space now that she's thinking about, does she want to be a mother? Number one. And number two, what would her life look like as a mother? So this could definitely be energy around thinking about pregnancy. I don't know what her physical state is, not my business, so I'm not going to get into that. But this could definitely look like her thinking about whether she wants to bring children into her life and how she would do that and how her life would look becoming a mother. Now, if it's none of those things, this could actually be the space of just her enjoying the children in her life, maybe her nieces, her nephews, young cousins, or her friends' children. Maybe, just kind of stepping up in that auntie role or whatever that is, or it could just boil down to her reclaiming her childlike joy. If she's been in a space where she has lost her joy, this is going to be the time that she's going to reclaim it. I would suggest to her that, especially if she's had any hobbies or creative projects or in creative endeavors that she's had for herself, and she possibly put those down, this will be a great time for her to return to those things that bring her joy. This is all about bringing her joy, and this is all about her creativity. And one thing, because she's in the entertainment industry, I have to say this, even though this is the house of pregnancy and procreation and conceiving, this could also look like her birthing a new creative project for herself. And it may not have anything to do with her career in the entertainment industry. This may be something that she's been working on. This may be something that's very personal to her. This may be something that, like I said, was something that she was interested in years ago, and she's been working on it, and it came back into her life, and now she is birthing a new creative project. I would just tell her that lean into her creativity, lean into dating, enjoying her life, thinking about the possibility of becoming a mother, or just reclaiming the childlike joy for herself is the theme of her 2022. Okay? Next thing we're going to talk about is, and I see why it's important for her to really be reclaiming her joy, because I feel like Rocsi has been going through a lot of transitions in all areas of her life. And the reason I say that is, she is an Aquarius Rising, so I'm assuming that we're going to go with the Aquarius Rising. Saturn has been in her ascendant since 2020. So it initially started around March 2020. It lasted until July 2020. So that was a small window of 4 months that she got a taste of what was coming for her December 2020 until March 2023. Now, Saturn is a planet of restriction, hard lessons, discipline, maturity, and setting down a foundation, and basically doing the work, okay? So when Saturn comes through your ascendant, it is coming there to transform you. It is coming there to make changes in your life in all areas of your life, not just one. This is where we mature and we grow and we change our goals and we change our values and we start putting down a solid foundation in all areas of our life. Now, most of the time with Saturn, it doesn't feel good. So she may have been feeling a lot of pressure. She may have been feeling a little bit of her confidence being shaken in certain areas of her life, and not just feeling like she's doing her best. This is what Saturn does. It comes into our lives and it says, hey, Rocsi, I want to build a new foundation. And what we first need to do is see the things that you have in place in your life, in all areas of your life. Are they of value? Because Saturn is all about value, okay? Are they of quality? So your friendships, your relationships, your career decisions, where you live, your physical body, those things may have come to the forefront for her and may have been a lot of pressure on her. So sometimes it brings self-doubt. We decide that we've made these decisions for ourselves and we think we're going in a certain path in our life. And then all of a sudden we start to doubt the decisions that we made. That's what Saturn does, because it wants to go in and make your life more efficient, make your life more stable. But it is making these decisions with regards to the long term. These are not short-term decisions or short-term changes. This is for the long term and the foundation of your life. So that's what Saturn does. Also, in the physical sense, it does sometimes come in and bring in health issues or challenges around your health, especially if you're someone that has not been paying attention to their health and fitness. So it could prompt something like that. So she's been having that energy. She's going to continue to have that energy in Saturn until March 2023. So with that being said, this is just a lot of pressure and a lot of change. So I'm not really, if she's a Scorpio, she's very intuitive. So she's probably been feeling this energy, but this is an awesome energy. And I know I described something that sounds like, how can you say it's awesome? One thing about Saturn, it requires you to do the work, but if you do the work, it will reward you in the end. I promise you. But you have to do the work. So she's been doing the work. She continues to do the work. But just Rocsi, it's going to turn out okay. Just get clear about your goals, clear about what you want. And Saturn is all about having a plan and executing the plan. Okay, so she's going to have that energy with her until March 2023. And this is another indicator for me that there could be a significant change in her love life, because typically when Saturn goes through your ascendant, that is a lot about your one-on-one relationships, and that will bring a long-term relationship into your life, something that's there to stay. So that's the second indicator. And I normally base my predictions on 3 indicators, and I have a third one for her that I feel like her love life is going to change in a positive direction starting her next birthday. Next thing we're going to talk about is she has, just one thing I want to go back to with that first house energy. She also has Neptune in the first house. Neptune is the planet of our spirituality. It's the planet of compassion. It's the planet of the walking between two worlds, but it's also the planet of a little bit of confusion and delusion and not seeing things clearly. It is in her first house. So again, this ties into sometimes having a lot of self-doubt around who we are as a person, or self-doubt around our capabilities or our abilities to do things. So that energy stays within a house anywhere from 14 to 30 years. It has been there for at least 12, 13 years. So she may have gone through a period of self-doubt. There may have been periods in her life in the last 12, 13 years that she just felt like she wasn't clear or wasn't sure on which direction she was or who she was as a person. Now, another way that this could play out is when you have Neptune in the first house, this is something that can also have people to see you the way they want to see you. They can put these preconceived ideas about who you are as a person, but that's not who you are. So I'm wondering if she, in the last few years, had to really, really make sure that people are seeing her authentic self and not putting their ideas of who she is or trying to define her. This is energy about people trying to define you as a person based on how they see you. I hope that makes sense. So she may have gone through a period of trying to find her identity and let people know, this is who I am. Not what you imagine me to be, not what you're trying to put me in a box to be. This is who I am. So she has to just be mindful of that. She does have a couple of more years of that energy. And sometimes it does bring on the self-doubt that we talked about previously. But that Saturn is there to actually help her build the confidence that she needs. Now, also Saturn in the first house, which she has. And remember, Saturn is going to be in this particular house for her actually a little bit longer than March 2023. It's going to be there for the next 2.5 years. This could actually have her looking a bit more mature. She may end up changing her style of dress to reflect the direction that she's going in life. I'm just going to leave that there. Now, next thing we're going to talk about is the second house. This is the house of this is our first money house in astrology. It's how we earn our money. It's how our value system, things that we place value on, our morals, things of that nature. She has it in her second house. Now, Jupiter stays in a house for about 1.5 years. So she has a really, really good year of this energy. So one of the things I love about this is because Jupiter is the planet of expansion, growth, opportunity, blessings, healing, and wisdom. When it goes to the second house, which is going to be there for another year, this is all about her growing her money, her earning money. There are going to be a lot of opportunities that come to her by way of money-making opportunities. Now, keep in mind, this is the area that governs earned income. This is not the money that's just going to drop out of the sky to us, or it's not the money that's going to be given to us. We have to earn this money. However, she is going to be in a divine space over this next year, 1.5 years to earn a lot of money, to have a lot of money-making opportunities come her way to grow her money, especially if it's geared around the stock market or any type of investments. This is very supportive energy for growing those areas of her life, but she's going to work for it. She's going to work for her money, but she's in a really divine place to make great financial strides over the next 1.5 years. Now, the caveat to that is Jupiter loves, as fast as it's growing it and bringing it in, Jupiter loves to spend it. So she's going to have to be very, very mindful of balancing out what is coming in and what is going out and just being very careful. But I'm almost jealous of this transit because this just brings money-making opportunities, and it gives you I would say, the encouragement or the motivation to make money. So she's going to be very motivated to make money. Now, another thing that it helps us with is if Rocsi is one of those people, and this does happen to a lot of Scorpios that have an unhealthy relationship or unhealthy attachment to money and material possessions, this will definitely be an energy to support her of detaching from those things. So if Rocsi has been tying her self-worth or her self-value, or if she's been tying others' self-worth and value to how much money they have or how many material things they have, or if she equates her own value to only being good when she has money or when she has certain things, this is going to be a time that she can address those issues and start to detach from that unhealthy attachment to money. Sometimes Scorpio can have this thing where they use money as a weapon, and they weaponize it sometimes towards other people, or they weaponize themselves with it. So they have to be very, very careful of not placing negative energy or a negative attachment on money. And this will be a great time for her to heal that relationship that she may have that is unhealthy with money, and to understand that her self-worth is not tied into things and not tied into money. And she's going to be the same wonderful person whether she has $1 or $1 million. That is what this Jupiter energy is going to do for her. Next thing we're going to talk about is she has Pluto in the 12th house. Woo! Now, Pluto is the planet of transformation, evolution. It's the planet of abuse, death, and rebirth, and just elevation. When Pluto goes through a house, it can stay there anywhere from 14 to 30 years. So it's a slow-moving transit. It's probably been in this area of her life for the last couple of years or so. It's in the 12th house. And the 12th house represents the hidden things. This is the house of our spirituality, our healing, closure, our traumatic experiences, things that we keep secret, and things that are kept secret from us. It's also the house of specialized populations. So this could look like hospitals, rehab centers, prisons, but I also equate it to sometimes the space of confinement in our mental, emotional, and spiritual self. So when Pluto comes through a house, it's coming there to transform it. It's coming there to experience a death of something, but also a rebirth. Now, because this energy is such a slow moving planet, you don't feel the energy of this as much as you would feel with Jupiter being in the second house. You can feel the changes. With the slower moving planets, it's a subtle energy because it's transforming you. This is not something that's just temporary. This is the digging down into the psyche, into our internal being, and transforming us from the inside out. So when I look at Pluto and I interpret Pluto, I look at what degree it is. There are certain degrees in astrology that are more intense and critical than others. The 29th degree is what we consider a critical degree. This Pluto is at 28 degrees, which says to me, if this hasn't already happened, this will be happening relatively soon, maybe sometime over the course of this next few months, where Pluto is going to put Rocsi in a space of feeling like she's having a literal death of herself. Now, what this is going to be doing is helping Rocsi heal from any type of traumatic experiences that she has had, that she may still be holding on to. This could actually bring up things that she thought she had healed from, but what she really had done was suppressed. So it could bring that back up with the purpose of being reborn in a different way, with the purpose of addressing any hurts, any traumatic experiences, finding closure and healing. So it's going to feel like a literal death for her if she's still holding on to things that she is not yet healed from. Now, this could also be in the space of dredging up or having, again, energy involvement or something with regards to someone possibly having a hospital stay, going into rehab, or having some type of situation with regards to a prison situation. I don't know this woman's personal life, so I can't speak on what that could possibly be. This could be reflective of her or someone that is close to her that's tied to those types of spaces. But this is definitely going to be energy around her transforming herself, healing herself. There may be some secrets or revelations that come out during this year that she was not privy to. It may be a painful experience, but it's there to heal her, to grow her. And these are things that she needs to know. Or maybe, just maybe, she's ready to share some hurts that she's experienced because she's ready to purge those things. Whatever that can be, I send her healthy energy, positive energy, and healing energy for that. The next thing we're going to talk about is her third house. She has Uranus, the planet of unpredictability, unexpected change, unexpected blessings also here, but just doing things differently. And you never know what you're going to get when it comes to Uranus. It's sitting in her house of communications. So this is the third house. So this is all about how we speak, how we learn, how we process information, how we communicate. This is the house of short distance travel. This is also the house of our siblings. Our siblings, our cousins, our neighbors, our neighborhood, media projects. But it's minor media projects. So this looks more like television, radio, possibly publications, newspaper, because the ninth house governs like movies and higher media things. So this is going to be more like television, cable, things of that nature. Uranus stays in the house for 7 years. It has been in this area of her life for the last probably roughly 3 years or so. So it has about 3.5, maybe 4 more years to go through here. Now, this is all about unexpected twists and turns and changes that have gone on in her life with regards to the things that we just talked about. So this could have been if she's had a sibling dynamic that has been just really weird, or she's had a sibling that's been very unpredictable, or just major changes around her sibling dynamic. And when I say siblings, this could be cousins, also extended family, but a lot of somewhat erratic behavior or unexpected change with regards to her siblings or her extended family could have been a thing for her that happened in the last 3 years or could be coming up. So I want to let her know that this energy is still going to be for the next 3 years. So if she hasn't experienced it, or if she has experienced it, it's still a theme for her moving forward the next 3 years. This could also be energy around a sibling or an extended family member having issues, possibly with mental health, or just coming across as very odd or of some sort. Now, this could also look like, a lot of times when I have Uranus in the third house, I always think of an unexpected move. And when I say about a move, because this is the space that governs our neighborhood, this could be either big changes in her current neighborhood, or if it's a move, it's a short distance move. So it's not like she's moving out of the country or out of the state, or even a distance away from where she currently moves. This is like, I'm going to move 5 or 10 minutes away from where I currently live. So it's a short distance move, but it could be an unexpected move of some sort. Or again, she could be experiencing a lot of changes in her neighborhood, or maybe experiencing some changes with her neighbors, or maybe there's some type of dynamic. I don't know, because it's Uranus, so you never know what you might get, but some kind of strange dynamic going on with her neighbors. Not really sure what that means, but she would be the only person that would know that. Now, this also could have brought or will bring a lot of unexpected opportunities with regards to media projects for her. Now, the thing with Uranus is you don't know exactly what you're going to get. So I can't tell her whether this is a positive or a negative, but I want her to continue to anticipate just a lot of unpredictability, unexpected benefits, unexpected changes with the area of her media projects. And she's going to have to be flexible. And the thing with Uranus energy, it happens so quickly, you don't have time to think about it. So she's going to have to be in a space of making really fast decisions around media type opportunities that come her way. Okay. Again, the move could possibly come up of different dynamics with her siblings, cousins, her neighborhood changing. But I just want her to be on top of those unexpected opportunities that come by way of media projects. And this could also have her launching or thinking about launching a podcast, or writing a book, or some type of publication or message that she's trying to get out. This is Uranus is the planet of the internet. It's the planet of social media, and all forms of communication. So this is great for her trying to get her message out or her communications out in an innovative sort of way. I really think a podcast would be a thing for her. And I'm wondering if that's something that she's working on, or if she's working on a book. I'm not really sure. And then coupled with the fact she has the North Node transiting there, and the North Node is all about our destiny. So she's definitely working on some type of media projects that maybe look a little bit different than what she normally does. Okay. Let's see. Next thing we're going to talk about is, we're going to sum it up. She has a lot of squares that are going on. She's going through a Pluto square, a Neptune square. In astrology, squares represent pressure. And this is the placement that requires you to make a decision. So she has a Pluto square, and it is squaring off between her 12th house, transiting Pluto, and her 8th house. The next couple of years, I'm going to need Rocsi to be very mindful on who she joins her resources with. And this could look like finances, resources, business, money, and also sex and intimacy. I need her to be very, very mindful of who she's connecting herself with in a financial sense. Now, I don't want her to be like super suspicious, which she already is because she's a Scorpio. But I want her to do her due diligence on whom she's aligning herself with, whom she's hiring to help her with regards to her business, her money, and her resources. If she has not been as involved as she should be with regards to how her money is being handled or how other people are handling money on her behalf, she needs to be very, very careful with that. And take a more proactive approach to being involved in the dynamics of monies and resources she shares with another person or another entity. She also needs to be very mindful of who she goes into contractual business with. This Pluto square is putting pressure on her to, again, take responsibility for those shared finances and actually making the decision whether or not any type of shared resources, dynamics, or business relationship that she's in, she may be having to take a look at that and going her separate ways with certain people around her money, and it's in her best interest. Okay. Now, this is also another indicator for me that there is much energy around her making a serious commitment to someone else. Because remember, the 8th house is also a relationship house. It is the intimate connection we make with someone. So it's intimacy and sex. And it's also our monies. What is more intimate than the relationship we have with another person when we start sharing resources? So again, being very, very mindful of whom she's connecting herself with financially, sexually, and on an intimate level is going to be the theme in the next couple of years. So this is how I know there could be a serious, significant relationship or connection she's making with someone with regards to her love life. She also has a Uranus opposition going on. And that is actually in her 3rd house and her 9th house of communication, higher communication. Okay. There is going to be some opportunities for her to do some movie type roles. I'm wondering if she's ready to branch off into either producing movies on a very, very high, like theater movies on a very, very high level, or if she's going into acting roles, or maybe a combination of both. So there could be some energy around that, energy around her educating herself. And maybe she's doing this thing where she is educating and making herself more marketable. Or if and remember I talked about a creative project she may be birthing, and it may be outside of what she normally does. She may be thinking about educating herself on how to make herself more marketable, or educating herself on different areas of her creativity or the industry. And she's getting ready to branch in another direction. So this is all about educating ourselves. This is also about, all about thinking on a higher level with regards to media projects. So she may be thinking about doing a lot of high level producing. I wonder if she's producing a movie or a play, or that may be something that drops in her lap here in the next maybe year to year and a half. I can't wait to see what that's all about. But she may be having an opportunity to do a big, like, high level type production type thing coming her way in the next year and a half. That's interesting. Okay. I think that is everything that I wanted to talk about with her. She's going to have a nodal square coming up at 42. But I don't think that may put a little bit of pressure on her health, but we're not there yet. To sum it up, Rocsi Diaz, I have no doubt love is coming into her life. Now, keep in mind, she may meet someone tomorrow and they start dating, which I want her to be dating now. She should be casually dating now. And then by the time we get to her birthday, or the time we get to mid-2023, the relationship has taken off. And it's in a totally different direction. And it's more serious. So there could be the potential for an engagement, or at best, a serious committed relationship coming up for her. So we have love. Her money is going to be excellent. If she does not take opportunity to work with this energy of Jupiter over the next year and a half, she would be crazy. So she's going to have a lot of money making opportunities coming her way. Keep in mind, she's going to work for those. But the big thing for me is I'm wondering, what is this media project that she has going on or that is about to drop in her lap in the next year? And it's going to be a big thing, a really, really big thing. So that's what I see for her. Potential for a love life, a lot of growth and maturity for herself, and a potential really big change in a successful way with regards to her career. So hopefully Ms. Diaz sees this video. She enjoys it. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I really did enjoy doing it. If you are interested in a personal reading for yourself, please visit my website at www.melaningoddesslife.biz. I'm also on Etsy. I have metaphysical products and items. If you're searching for any of those things, especially my manifestation candles, they are really, really good. Also, follow me on all social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, sometimes on TikTok, and Instagram. And also like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I am trying to grow my YouTube channel, and I can only do that with your support. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.